friends, hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday today. So today, Tutorial Tuesday time, but we're doing it just a little bit different than normal. So a lot of you guys have been asking my opinion on Juvias Place and what's been going on with them. So I thought we'd throw a little mini my thoughts into Tutorial Tuesday because I coincidentally, so this is not a Juvias Place palette, but it is the Juvias Place single eyeshadow like Z palette that I bought a while ago from the brand, and it's filled with my ColourPop shadows and my JD Glow shadows. And so I wanted to do a video with this palette this week anyway, that was on the roster, but it happened to be in this little Juvias Place thing. So I was like, well, might as well talk about Juvias Place while we do this. So if you've never been to Tutorial Tuesday before, basically I just do a tutorial. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but either way we talk a lot and have some fun. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. And I'm just gonna be playing around showing you guys how the JD Glow shadows perform and how all of these ColourPop singles are from different palettes. I've popped them out and put them in here because I found I use it more when they're all kind of together. I'll link the palettes that I pulled from down below so you guys know where this mess came from, but this is a palette that I like Frankenstein together. So without further ado, also testing out the brand new Anastasia eye primer today. This is my first time using it. I ordered it. Don't like the applicator so far, but if the product's good, I'll deal with it. So without further ado, let's zoom you guys in and we'll get talking about Juvias Place. I'll let you know all of my thoughts and we can just go from there. So come in. Hello. Hi. All right, so let's just get right started here. So Juvias Place. I feel like a lot of people might actually not know what's going on with Juvias Place right now because I think if you only are on I'm gonna show you, I guess, the shades that I'm using, but this is, since it's like a MacGyver type palette, I can't tell you names, but I'm gonna be using this cream shade right here, just this white base to set my eyes just a little bit. So I feel like people who don't have Instagram or Twitter might not know exactly what's going on right now. So Juvias Place, if you don't know, I'll lay it out for you. Jeffree Star went to Ulta before his vacation and he bought the new Juvias Place foundation, and I think he bought the concealers as well, and he reviewed them for his channel. He bought them, they were not sent to him, and Juvias Place gave him a shout out on Instagram after he I think he Jeffree started, I didn't watch his video, but I'm pretty sure he thought they were good because Juvias Place posted and was like, thank you to Jeffree and whatnot. I think I'm gonna go in kind of muted yellow shade right here to start. I don't really know what I'm doing today. I'm just kind of playing around. He did that, they posted their thing, and kind of instantly they've been getting a lot of backlash from the community. For those of you that don't know, just a little background story, Juvias Place is a Black-owned brand, and their kind of whole theme of their line, you know, is based on, they have the African Queen collection. It's really based on empowering women of color. Their foundation range starts, the first 01 shade is the deepest shade. They really do a lot of things to make sure they're empowering their customers, basically. So a lot of people were really offended because Jeffree Star has such a racially insensitive past. Racist past, I would say, but and a lot of people were angry that a brand that so heavily promotes, you know, being there for African American consumers would promote someone who to a lot of people is very anti that. Here's the thing, so that's the situation. People are mad, and you know, they're making it a lot worse with how they're reacting on social media because fans were getting upset about it, obviously, and they were letting Juvias Place know that they were upset. They were telling them they were upset, and Juvias Place was kind of giving shady remarks back. The owner or the CEO or whatever posted this whole long, I'm gonna go on with this creamsicle orange shade, posted this whole long Instagram post talking about the situation. The way it came off was they don't really care that they've offended anyone by posting Jeffree Star. And then other Black creators kind of got involved and talked about how Juvias Place, they were always promoting Juvias Place and they never really got any recognition. Alyssa, Ashley, and Jackie Ina were saying they never really got any recognition for it, but then suddenly Nikki Tutorials promotes them and they're all up on Nikki's tutorials. They said for being a brand who allegedly really supports you know, African-American people, they don't support African-American influencers. A lot of people were saying they don't feel like they post a lot of images of people who are Black on their Instagram, like kind of this whole thing of it's a brand that's Black owned, but for whatever reason, they don't really support Black creators and they don't really support Black makeup artists. So it's been an interesting discussion to have. It's been an interesting discussion to see happening. I'm gonna go in with this bright red. And here's kind of my 2 cents on it, which should be taken very lightly because I'm not a person of color who was affected in the way that like you know what I mean? Like my opinion on this, I know I'm really only giving it because a lot of people asked for it. My opinion is, I don't think brands who pride themselves on being Black owned brands, and that's like a big part of their whole aesthetic as a brand, I don't think they should be supporting people like Jeffree Star. But if that brand chooses, like if Juvias Place chooses to align with Jeffree Star and promote him as a person or whatever, they have to be understanding of the backlash. Like they can't just get mad at people for being angry about that. Does that make sense? Like you can't do something controversial and shady, because it's not like a secret that people don't like Jeffree Star because of his racist past. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go in this kind of like plum shade right here and just kind of work that into my outer corner. And also, I think one thing to note, because Alyssa Ashley talked a ton about this on Twitter and was really like saying it how it was kind of, and I appreciated her honesty. Well, she has me blocked, so I had to read screenshots, but I appreciated what she was saying, if that makes sense. And you know, if what she's saying is true, which it seems like it is because most of the Black creators I know were literally backing her up on this, that's its whole other problem. It's like, it's sad to see a brand that I think was really revered, and Alyssa Ashley kind of said it herself. She was like, it's not fun. Going back in with some of that red just to blend it out. She was like, it's not fun to call this type of stuff out, and it's not fun to have to show a brand that, you know, is Black owned. It's not fun to say that they don't support their own people, but it needs to be said. And I thought that was really true. I think at the end of the day, what it comes down to is like your personal opinion. Like if you want to support a brand that supports Jeffree Star, that's your opinion. If you want to support a brand that seemingly doesn't support Black influencers, that's your prerogative. That's, you know, like it all comes down to what, it's kind of what I've always said, really comes down to what you personally, there's nothing on this brush, I'm just trying to blend that purple into that red. It's going on really nicely. I might just forgo this yellow and put something over it because I kind of want to do a little bit of a different look now. But I think Juvias Place's response to everything was just ridiculous. Like, I think I'm going to go in with this light pink, kind of try to cover up that yellow a little bit, make it more pink. And now I just saw on Twitter that Alyssa Ashley got sent like legal notices from Juvias Place. Like the whole thing is just a mess. Where I stand, I guess, because again, I think everyone needs to make their own decision, but where I stand, I don't think I'm gonna be using, it sucks, because I like Juvias Place, and I was actually I love their new foundation and concealer. I'm gonna go in with this shade AKA. It's from JD Glow, it's one of their Galaxy shadows. And I'm gonna put that all over my crease. Debating if I should cut it or not. No, I don't think I'm gonna cut the crease. I'm just gonna pat it on with my finger. I think where I stand is I don't think I'm gonna be promoting them on my channel anymore. Not only because they supported Jeffree Star and everything like that, and posted him publicly when they haven't posted any other influencers of color or different races or whatever. That's not the only reason. My other reasoning is the way that they've reacted to this whole thing. It shows a lack of professionalism in my opinion. And I also think the other thing that's really important to know is like, just like I'm sitting here being like, it's your choice, it's your decision, like I'm gonna make my decision based on what I think, but it's your decision. I've been seeing a lot of people who love Jeffree going online and demeaning what other people feel about him, and I think that's really screwed up. Like, especially with like when it's so racially charged like it is with this situation. I'm just going with that light pink. You can't just tell people how to feel. You can't just force people to forgive someone when they've done something that another person and a lot of people think is wrong. And despite how you may feel about certain people's apologies and certain people's whatever they're doing now. And if you think they've redeemed themselves, you're allowed to think that, and you're allowed to not think this is like a big deal to you, but recognize that maybe it is to other people, and that for a lot of people it goes a lot deeper than somebody just saying a word. So just like keep that in mind. I think I've seen a lot of people really just not caring about that and like getting angry at people for being upset about it and thinking it's, and Juvias Place themselves are trying to pull that narrative of like, oh, this is just cancel culture at work. And I'm like, I don't think it's cancel culture at all. I think it's people being very clear with you that they don't respect the decisions you've made. I don't think it's cancel culture when there's justification to it. And I think the way that they've been acting since this all started happening just says, you know, just speaks volumes to me. This is the look, by the way, before I put on mascara and everything. You guys can see those JD Glow shadows are just so transformative and amazing. I love them so much. They're so transformative. Excuse my brows, by the way, they look horrible. I screwed them up royally today. I didn't want to make a whole my thoughts because I didn't feel like the situation, I didn't have like enough thoughts, and I also really feel not uncomfortable, but I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to like whitewash a situation. I'm gonna link some African American creators down below, and you guys can check out their videos on the situation too, because I think they provided a lot of insight into why what Jeffree Star did isn't as simple as just an apology video to like make up for it, that I thought was really good. So I will definitely link that. But as far as my opinion, support who you want to support and don't support who you don't want to support, but don't give other people crap. I feel like I have to say this so much on my channel, but don't give other people shit for like not accepting that, you know what I mean? And Juvias Place needs to do better as a brand. They can't just like talk the talk. They can't just use being a black owned brand as like the only, they have to actually like do it, you know what I mean? Same way that we hold people who are white who own makeup brands to be able to do diversity. Like we do the same thing with, how many times do we, like Tarte, Too Faced, like all of these other brands that are so whitewashed, we push for diversity, and we're just asking for the same thing with a black owned brand. I think that's what most people are asking for. And I think the influencers that deserve the recognition for working with those products and helping give them sales who aren't getting that recognition, I think that's pretty gross. So that's all I have to say about that. Man, my makeup look is almost done. Let's throw on a lipstick. Oh, I like how this turned out. This came out really cute. I like the little bits of purple too. Okay, let's do a quick little montage where you can see the end product. I think if you had some pink and purple shadows lying around, you could easily recreate this, but okay, we're done. All right, friends, well, that is it for me. I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you found it informative to kind of hear what I had to say about what was going on with Juvias Place and everything. And I hope that the information that I provided you maybe helped you make your own decision on the situation or whatnot. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. You know what I mean? But don't demean other people for their opinions. Thank you. I love you guys so much. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything that I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!